Okay. Hey guys. Hi Ashley. Hi Christina. Um, I'm sure you can hear me, but I just want to let you know that we are up and we're just waiting. Going to be waiting for our special guest, which I'm very excited to have. And so I'm just going to basically take up time until he gets here. So give me a few minutes. Okay, so it's about a minute. Well, actually, it just turned 15 past the hour. So I'm just going to go ahead and start talking. I just got off the phone with our special guest. He's on the road. It's actually very exciting that we're going to have him here speaking. So, what's this going to be all about? So, I want you to come away with three things from this webinar. One is that there are many companies represented in this one webinar. We're going to be representing, SBC, World Global Network, It Works, quite a few other companies. And the kind of common denominator is that it's bringing us all together, together in kind of one family with one goal, with one driving passion, and that's to succeed. We all have had this dream of becoming the best possible entrepreneur that we can be. And that's what's bringing us all together. The second thing I want us to leave with here this evening is the fact that the special guest tonight, we have no idea if he is even remotely connected to me or to anyone else in this webinar, but it's the kind of goal, the driving force behind what he's doing is servant leadership. So I asked, and the master rep of this company of Acervia is going to be your special guest for this evening. So until that happens, let me see here. I see a few. All right, I see a few people reaching out. So we're just going to take up some time here, and until everybody can get together. There's Amy, Ashley, hi Sherry, and Mary. Hi Mary, how's it going? So for those of you who just came on, my name is Matt Bossum. I'm your host for the evening, and this is the Acervia Go 50% launch, 50% Q&A, because everything that you're going to see here is so new. It was very new to me. It's so new that we're going to be learning together. All right, there's going to be a lot of information here that, I don't know if you've experienced this. I'm assuming that the vast majority of the people that will be listening are network marketers. You've heard the 3-foot rule, right? Meaning everybody within 3 feet of you is a possible customer / prospect, right? Well, we're turning that into the 300-foot rule. Hi, Gwen. Gwen just came on. I bet you the reason why all the cameras are off is that everybody just got off work, or they just had dinner, or they're just relaxing, sitting down maybe with a glass of wine, and last thing they want is to have a bunch of people looking at them. Oh, there we go. Hi. There's another. There we go. Sitting down with a bowl of something. All right, I hear you. I feel you. So yes, the 300-foot rule, that changes the game. That makes everything just a little bit easier for an entrepreneur. All right. So So until then, so we've got Sherry, Amy, Mary, Ashley, and Gwen on. So we've got Chicago. We've got outside of Chicago. Gwen, I think you are in New Jersey. I think I'm right there. Sherry, I'm not sure where you are located, but we're across the U.S. I'm in San Diego, California, so we're all represented here. So until our special guest comes on, I'm just going to basically do a lot of this. I think that probably the most exciting thing here is there's not a lot to say about the product. Not because it's not awesome and not because it's not what we need and what we, kind of the tool that we are looking for, but mostly because it's very simple and there's not a lot of moving parts. I'm echoing somewhere else. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and mute everybody. Let's bring this up here. Thank you for that, Amy. Appreciate it. All right. Hold on a second. Okay, and we're back. Think the echo is gone. Yes, it is. Jerry, Southwest Florida. All right, so we've got almost every corner of the United States represented. I almost had my first international person come on. She's in Australia, but I think it's tomorrow in Australia. So she had some things to do. So we would have had not just most of the U.S. covered, but an international guest. But she's going to be watching the recording. I just got sent a message here. Gwen, I don't know if you can hear me. It says that you are on. It says that you are here. So, hold on just a minute. Thank you. For those of you who couldn't hear that, which is basically everybody on the webinar, our special guest is the master rep of this entire company, Scott Whitney. We have no idea whether he benefits at all from anything that happens leading from this webinar, but it didn't matter. He's a servant leader. So I just reached out to him and said, would you mind doing this? And there he is. Speak of the devil, Mr. Scott Whitney. Thank you for coming on.
Yes, sir.
So I have been entertaining people with my slapstick and jokes, but so basically, why are we all here? I'll repeat myself. Why are we all here? We're here to on one hand to launch our respective businesses in Asservia and Asservia Go, but also just to get questions answered. See, a lot of the stuff that I heard when I was introduced to this was new. It was new to some. I've been around for over a decade, and some of the things I heard in the first 10 minutes of my first webinar was, Christina can't get back in. Okay. Would you reach out to her, Ashley, and let her know that we're not going anywhere? to keep trying. So anyways, so when I saw this information, I basically was like, all right, stop, pause. Where do I sign? What do I do next? Because it really touched me as a marketer. So one of the things I want to make sure that you understand moving forward as a guest here is, one, many companies are represented here, and we're all brought together by a common denominator, and that's a desire for success, a desire to finally accomplish those dreams that we've all had as an entrepreneur. And all of us are at different levels of our success, but look, we're all brought together by Acervia. And the other is that Mr. Scott Whitney is here as a servant leader. He's on the road. I don't think there's a busier person right now in Acervia, because, ladies and gentlemen, the first shipment of the Acervia Go fob is going out tomorrow. So we are all in kind of high alert, high pressure, really moving quickly right now. A lot of people excited about what we're doing. So I'm going to stop stepping. Hi, Gwen. Gwen made it. I'm going to stop stepping on my own feet and let the man of the hour come forward, Mr. Scott Whitney. I really appreciate you taking some time out and really kind of opening this door a little further for us, letting us see what is possible, kind of telling us your experience, and really just setting the tone for moving forward, and then maybe answering some questions. So thanks again. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, Matt. My pleasure. Can you hear me okay?
You're a little low. I don't know if it's I can hear you, but it's not real loud.
Okay. Let me do something here.
Technology, it makes our life easier, right?
I'm telling you, it does. Is that any better?
It sounds about the same. Everybody want to give a thumbs up or thumbs down whether you're hearing okay?
Thumbs up.
Okay, we're good to go. Go for it.
All right. Well, listen, Matt, I appreciate everything and having me come on tonight and share a little bit with your team and your group. I am absolutely ecstatic about what we have going on here at Acervia, that it's not even funny. And the reason for that is this little device, right? And hold on a second. This little device. Yes, I have a few of them. Right? So I have, what I can say is this, is I've been using this thing now for about a week. I have 4 of them, actually, and they're all programmed for different things, different messages. So when they go out and I start getting them back, I can track, where I have them, what I'm doing, and what messages are resonating better with people. So I can hone in what is, the verbiage that gets people to click on your link, right? So that's been kind of exciting for me. And when I show people and say, hey, do you have an Android phone? And they say, yeah, I have an Android phone. Is there a notification on your phone? They pick it up and they look at it and they're like, wow, what is this? I say, well, that's my business. How'd you do that? And I show them what's that? All right, so I show them this, and they're just amazed. So what is this little beacon of wonderment? It's called the Acervia Go. It works off from beacon technology. So what it does is it broadcasts a signal 100-yard radius from the device, so 200-yard circle or sphere, and it sends out a signal. The signal is coded with your text message, so up to 40 characters of text, and a link that you want people to be connected to. This broadcast zone, I tell people the easiest way for me to say this is think of it like a radio station. A radio station broadcasts a signal a certain distance. When you're in that broadcast zone, you can pick up the signal. When you leave the broadcast zone, the signal is lost. This is the same thing. When people come into your broadcast zone, they can pick up your message. When they leave it, it's gone. Now, you open up the notification and click on it while you're in the broadcast zone, then you've captured the information and you're all set. So that is something that's very cool. This is cutting edge technology. Nobody else has this in this portable device as of yet. Beacon technology has been around since 2014. It's been hardwired in buildings like Walmarts and Targets and CVS pharmacies and places like that. It's cost prohibitive. Those are anywhere from $500 to $1,500 per month to be able to have that type of thing for a business. And you had to have a mobile app downloaded on your phone in order to receive that information from that beacon, right? Now they've come up with a way to get this to go onto any Android phone that comes within 100 yards of your device. And how they've done that is this NFC, or this near field communication technology. And they'll put the notification on your Android in the notifications section. So it's not going to ping your phone, it's not going to ring, it's not going to vibrate, none of that stuff. The notification will just show up. So when you go into your Android phone and you check your notifications, there it is. When you leave the zone, like I said, it's gone. Why is that important? Because in this day and age, we don't want anybody to get annoyed with things. We don't want anyone to think we're spamming them or anything like that. This does not fall under the anti-spamware or anything like that, because it's not an SMS text message. It's not an email. It's not anything that dings your phone or pings your phone or vibrates it or is intrusive. It just shows up in your notifications. So and it works on that near field communication, which is the Google platform. That's how they operate as well. So Google is not going away anytime soon. That's, when people say, is this going to be something that the government shuts down? Absolutely not, because this is also the same way that an Amber Alert gets transmitted to your phone as well. So that technology is not going away. It has been an underutilized technology up until this point, which is why this is an opportunity for anybody that markets anything to be able to have something at their fingertips that can provide value and just be a fresh new marketing idea, right? So think about everybody that you know that has any business, because that's the other thing that I love about this company and what we're doing here is that we have something that nobody else has, and we're on the cutting edge of that technology anyway. We're marketing to every single business owner out there, whether you're a brick and mortar business or a network marketing company or direct sales or MLM, however you want to classify it. It doesn't matter. Every single business out there needs this device to help market efficiently in their area. Look at the average mom and pop brick and mortar. One of the biggest struggles they have is they don't know how to work the internet. They don't know how to, what the best form of advertising is, or with the best dollars to put into something. I had a phone call the other day when I was with one of my clients that was asking for yellow page advertising. And I'm like, who does that anymore? I mean, seriously, those days are gone. Does she? Hey, Amy, I think your husband just called you out. But I mean, so you have yellow page advertising, right? And then you have newspaper advertising, which most newspapers nowadays that I see are either cat pan liners or bird cage liners, right? Or I use them just for fire starters and kindling when I go camping. So you have newspaper advertising, billboard advertising. People are driving by, they'll see that. That is at least a little more effective because at least it's something visual. But television advertising and radio advertising are almost a thing of the past too, because you have on the radio, most people listen to Spotify or Pandora or some sort of satellite radio. And on the television, I mean, unless you're watching the Super Bowl for the commercials, most people don't pay attention to the commercials either. So where are you going to market your business where most people are? It's on the mobile device. People spend way too much time on these things, I'm telling you. But it's also an opportunity at the same time. How do you get this advertising in front of people on this device efficiently and effectively? And it's going to be through this beacon. It's Bluetooth technology, right? So you're going to have your little Go unit. You're going to have it programmed for what you want to have it programmed for, and just take it with you, carry it with you. Or you can leave this someplace. It's weatherproof and freeze-proof. It's manufactured in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, so it has to be freeze-proof. So you have this little thing. This is what is going to help every single business be able to effectively market. Imagine going into a restaurant or a hair salon, nail salon, massage parlor, or a bar, or a retail establishment, clothing store, any of those places, and saying, take this device, and I'm going to talk about what happens when it goes full retail, I mean, I understand right now 1 unit is 25, but it's going to be 49. But imagine going into an establishment and saying, for $50 a month, for less than $50 a month, I can put a beacon, I can put this little device in your store, and everybody that comes within 150 or 100 yards of your store is going to get a notification with your offer and your website. How cool is that? Seriously. You don't need real estate agents. Just think about a real estate agent in general, putting one of these devices in every listing that they have. Like this house? Like this house? Click here for a virtual tour. Are you kidding me? Taking them to your website. Now they're connected to you. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, the sky is the limit with this thing, and we haven't even started. When Matt first got involved with this, he didn't realize that he was going to be involved at the level he is right now. But because of this device and because of the opportunity and because that he cares about each and every one of you, he's not going to let you get away with not understanding what this is and what it can do. See, we're here today in a position where I still don't believe. I'm the master rep of the company. I still don't believe where this is going to go. It's unbelievable. It floors me every day. The more conversations I have with companies, with network marketing companies that are taking this device on as a white label, with border realtors in different states that are taking and they're getting this in with all their real estate agents. I had a life insurance agent that is connected to over 50,000 life insurance agents in the country, and he's bringing this technology to them. Just think about the endless possibilities that this can provide for you. The sky's the limit, truly. And I've said a few things tonight on this Zoom that I absolutely hate. Like, the sky's the limit. That annoys me. Yeah. What's the other one? I mean,
I did want to interrupt for a second. I saw a video that you were involved in where you, I think it might have been you, but it might have been Scott DeVore. I'm not sure. Was 100 yards away to test. It was a Facebook Live that y'all did to test.
Yep.
100 yards is really
a long
far.
way. It is.
It's really far. So I just wanted to, and I had heard that it goes 100 yards up and down. So if you're on the 5th floor of a building, it's a circle around you. You have basically an orb of influence around you. It's just not flat. So
yeah, this isn't back in the Columbus days. Is the world flat around? It's a sphere. So it's 100-yard radius in every single direction. So and that Facebook Live, we did that in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. I think that was 10 days ago. And for some reason they made me go out 100 yards. I don't know if they wanted to see how far I'd go or what, but I went far enough that it finally dropped off their devices, and I started walking back. And then when I walked back, Kevin raised his hand and said, "Yep, it's back on." And in the video, you can barely see me.
So thank you so much for doing this, Scott. I wrote down a few things that I think we should all take away from this for real. One is, I kind of paraphrased, reverse engineering behavior. So if what people are doing, if you go and you just sit around and be a creeper and spy on people, they are in their phone all day, every day, in all types of situations. So if you reverse engineer that behavior, as an entrepreneur what you need to do to be more effective. The other thing I took from you is the weatherproofing. That's incredible. I've had ideas of putting it in a Ziploc bag and burying it outside my competitors. So that's some true ninja guerrilla marketing.
That is there. Stealth mode.
I'm basically gonna anybody who's walking into an Apple store is gonna get hit. But then I thought, well, if they're walking into an Apple store, they're not wearing an Android. So anyways, the other is one of my favorite new buzzwords is proximity marketing.
Yep.
Which I love. And that near field communications, that fact that Google uses the same technology. So if you're worried about it being legal or about it going away as a technology, this is here to stay. It's legit. And so I don't know. Did you have any other little nuggets you wanted to drop about the product?
Yeah, so just think about the Android market, right? So 60% of all active cell phone accounts in North America are Droid platform. 88% of the global cell phone market is a Droid platform. The other thing is people, and the cell phone companies are very good at knowing when people open their phones up. People look at their cell phone and spend more than 30 seconds on it every 12 minutes. So every 12 minutes, someone's picking their phone up and looking at something. So just, when you're looking at where can you put marketing, where can you put advertising, it's got to be on the mobile phone. And up until now, you had to get people to download an app in order to receive anything that you're trying to broadcast out there, unless they're surfing the internet for it. But now you don't. So this device with this technology, and also one thing to note as well, the manufacturer of this device has committed with us, with his contract, that he's going to do everything he can to stay 2 steps ahead of any technology that comes out so that we're always relevant and we always have the best available technology in the marketplace. So for me, that's a big, big thing because we all know the speed with which technology grows and develops. So we want to make sure we stay ahead of that curve.
Great. Okay, so if you don't mind, what we might want to do here over the next couple minutes is have a few questions from the panel. But it's pretty interesting. I've attended a lot of webinars, right? And there's usually a lot of information, and you've got to really digest a lot of stuff, and you've got to. This is about as simple. I like to call it map proof because it gets through this right here. It's all about just getting your message out, being more effective. And, Scott, basically, he could be he's probably going to do another couple of these tonight. He might be on his way to a meeting right now. I'm not sure. But if y'all want to, Gwen had a question. He had a question about the corporate number.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So when I tried that number, it's basically not working. And I understand that now you have to put in a ticket if you have a question about anything but a couple days ago it was working. So I don't know if this is something on the back end that they're doing, but because I'm having problems logging into my back office and I was following up on an issue that I had because I haven't heard anything. That was the first thing. And then I was just curious when I was going to get it. Like, how long is it going to take for, I know we're in a backlog now. So is it like 2 weeks? Because people are asking that.
Oh, no, it's not going to be that long. No, so the corporate number, that is going to be updated. We have our customer service line was being routed through that, and it's been inundated with the growth that we've had. We've literally had 4,000 people join within the last 6 or 7 days. So it's been crazy. And during that time frame when that happens, obviously it is, for whatever reason, people, they join a company, then they want to call corporate and start talking to them. I'm like, I don't get it, but it's bogged things down a little bit. So going to the support tickets kind of eliminates some of that so that we can reopen the call center lines so that we can free them up a little bit. The tickets that we've had, the emails we've received, a lot of the FAQs that we've put together on our PDF that's going to be live here either tonight or tomorrow is going to address probably 80% of all the emails that have been received. So part of getting through that, just getting through just a slew of easily answered questions, but they have to be answered via email because up until now there hasn't been a way to direct people to something to take care of that. If
I could add to that real quick, the Facebook group, there's that whole section where you can ask questions. So if you are interested in kind of the group, the collective, getting help from your fellow members, it's a great resource too. So, you might want to do both, make the call, put in the ticket, and then go on to that little section of the Facebook group and ask a question like that, because maybe some other people are experiencing that, and you could all benefit from each other's experience, especially for the new people. So that's
Yeah. And then did you say, Gwen, also you're having trouble logging into your back office?
Yeah, because I didn't know when you create your profile, my profile had SIP with Gigi, and I didn't want it to say that. So I thought, they changed it to Life Changer, but I have two, but now I can't log in at all to the back office. So I don't know if it was something he did behind the scenes that didn't connect, or I'm not sure how that worked. And I was
Okay.
just trying to follow up with that.
If you have something to write down with, write my email address down and send me that information.
Okay.
And I will. It won't be tonight, but it'll be tomorrow. I'll make sure I get that information for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
It's loveyourbody90@gmail.com.
I'm gonna.
Okay, got it. Loveyourbody90@gmail.com. Thank you.
Yes.
Was there any other questions? Did anyone have anything that might want to step out with?
I have a question. They're being shipped starting tomorrow, and so they're already going to be turned on. So how do I word? Where is the beacon going to if you don't have it? I have 3 ordered, so I need to set them up pronto to some, with a message.
Well, this is actually funny. The answer Scott's going to give you is pretty cool. So go ahead.
They're going to come shipped to you with your current Acervia information, and then once the interface goes live in our back office, which will happen in the next couple of days, you'll actually be able to log into your back office and change that message while it's in transit. And while it's in transit, you're actually going to be receiving notifications that people are checking out your stuff.
So if it's on truck going from the East Coast to the West Coast or whatever, it's going to be broadcasting my signal coast to coast over the shipping time that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's actually
So
pretty
my
cool.
husband had this idea. My husband had an idea that you could just put like return to sender with a friend, and you could just be broadcasting.
That's funny.
Normal delivery
So
time. Sherry asked normal delivery time. It's probably 5 to 7, right?
Yeah, 5 to 7 days.
So starting, it's gone crazy, but I did read something where the manufacturer is prepared for us.
Yep. We had 5,000 units set aside for us. Because of the way things have been going the last week, we now have another 10,000 units that just showed up. So we have 15,000 units that are ready to rock and roll. I'm showing up tomorrow morning, and I'm going to help expedite some of that process to make sure things get going. So we're moving now.
And Gwen asked if you get a notification once it's shipped, or should we just kind of hang loose?
We'll just hang loose for now. We're going to get to the point where shipping is here. You can track it in the whole 9 yards. It just don't have a way to do that right this moment.
Okay. So they're going to start going out Tuesday, and the order that they were basically in orders received.
Yeah.
And okay, cool. I was going to ask you questions about the business side of things, but it's actually there. You did. The product is the business. Being a rep is as simple as just talking to your colleagues and making the vision real. So there really isn't anything that you can say about it. There's strategy. There's like, where do I place people? Well, we're not even there yet. We're still in the kind of the pre-launch phase at this point, right?
Right. Yeah.
Other than monthly fee, is there a start-up fee How many countries are we in? That's a good question. The Facebook group has a whole thing on where we're located. So, Ashley, I'll get that information to you.
Yeah.
It's
So
easier to ask where we aren't than where we are.
We are in and can be in every single country out there, except for the countries that have links to terrorism.
Oh.
Awesome. Monthly fee, is there a startup fee? Well, there is a one-time activation fee.
Yeah. The biggest thing to cover with that is when you sign up with your device, the first month of sign up, you're gonna pay your first month, last month, and a $30 activation fee. After that, it's just a monthly fee per device. There is no startup cost. Like most companies will have a $500 or $1,000 buy-in, so on and so forth. We don't have that. Our buy-in is a whopping $25, and your monthly fee is going to be your affiliate fee plus however many devices you have. So if you have one device, then between your affiliate fee and a device, it's $50 a month. If you have 3 devices, it'll be the 25 affiliate with the 49 device. So you're looking at $74 a month. And then the 8 devices is $99 plus your affiliate fee for $124 a month. So, we've kept it really super simple, and we've put it to a point where everybody can afford it, whether it's 1 device up to 8. And, there's no reason for every single person in your organization, for whatever company that you're doing, there's no reason why everyone shouldn't have at least 3 of these.
Yeah, it makes the most sense, right?
Yep.
I had I basically, you know what? I'll think of the question tomorrow when we're not in this forum. But basically, what it comes down to is the common sense is if you have a good 40-character message and it's catchy, and I would try this out on a few people, because the more effective that 40 characters is, the more effective your fob will be. One person said, well, I won't be effective because it'll just be 40 characters. And well, the best 40-character message is the one that'll get people to click. So
That's right.
You just do some trial and error. And once you set up your fob, you can probably change it, right?
Yes, you can. If you're not going to change the link, but you're just going to change the text, you can change that every day, and takes effect immediately. If you're going to change your link, that can take up to 24 hours. It typically, if it's done during business hours, it'll be done within an hour or less. But they tell you allow up to 24, because if you do it at 3 a.m., it's not going to get changed in an hour. Mm-hmm. It'll have to be business hours. But the only reason why there's a delay on the link is because they want to make sure it's not anything that's violent or any illicit material.
That's one of the things I love. Every message you send through your fob gets approved by corporate. So, no craziness, no violence, no hate.
That's really awesome.
Isn't it? That's all I had. I'm sure that we'll all think of other things moving forward. But this is a really great jump-off point, Scott. I really appreciate it. Basically, I don't know about everyone else. I'm sure that there's a couple here, but I'm ready to annoy a lot of people. So that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward, is be the best annoyer I can be. Matt, when did you start? You mean with the company? 10 days ago? 14 days ago? Something like that. It's been a pretty easy transition for me because I'm a techie gadget kind of guy anyways. So what we'll do then is let our guest go. Scott, if you had any parting words, anything that you wanted to impart people with, feel free. Otherwise, we really appreciate you being here.
Other than what we've already said and what you've said, the best advice I can give everybody right now is make sure you're contacting everybody as quickly as possible about this, because you don't want them to come to you asking you if you've seen it. I can promise you that.
It's already happened to me. So
yeah.
Cool. All right, great. So guys, that's what we had. Thank you for being here. Let's go share this with everybody. If you come up with more questions after this, please reach out to me. I'll powwow with Scott later. Maybe we can get some questions answered. So guys, I love you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Appreciate it.